Hey everybody, this is Jerichos, and welcome back to The Messenger. Last time, we journeyed through the underworld, defeated the demon general Balthazar, I'm forgetting how to say his name, and we made it all the way back around the world. We've looped, and Manfred brought us back to our village, which is now a soldier outpost, where we passed off the scroll to a new messenger, soldier. And we finished last episode being told to open the cabinet. What awaits us? Well, let's go ahead and find out. As we open it up, it's a whole bunch of blue robes. And a picture of what I can only assume is a female blue robe. Like, it's like a locker. So it's just a closet for blue robes. Why, yes. What did it look like? Well, don't just stand there. Grab one your size. And sure enough, we change into a robe, which looks slightly like a different hue. It's kind of funny. I think I hear someone coming. Get behind the counter. And where's he going? And look, it's the soldier. Well, he's kind of hesitant and running. Ah, the messenger. Wasn't expecting you so soon. What is this place? This is the shop. It doesn't look like a shop. Hey, I said the same. I mean, do I look like a shopkeeper? What? Anyway, here's a power-up that will let you charge your beam. Oh, there's upgrades too? Sweet! And sure enough, he gave an upgrade, so we're acting as the shopkeeper now. Hey, he's back! And now he's leaping around. Kind of like what we did when we came in. So thanks for the beam charger upgrade. You bet. You know, the way everything looks, it just felt like I should be able to do that. Yes, that's why Ray Troyd invented it decades ago. Yeah! Metroid joke, I love it. Who's Ray Troyd? Just the follow-up to an earlier joke. I don't get it. Some will. And he pops out again. And nothing. He's not coming in. Hey, is everything alright? It's kind of boring, but I guess I'm okay. No, I mean, it's been a while since your messenger visited. Oh, I don't know. I didn't enter the shop so often myself. You're in the Tower of Time, remember? So it should automatically take you forward in time to the next important moment, which is either your messenger enters the shop or dies. Oh, did your messenger die? How would I know that? By using the scrying orb. If Corbel isn't sent within 10 seconds, your messenger dies for good. And when were you planning on mentioning that? Oh no. Oh, no. We need to fix this. Oh, is it we now? Come on, now is not the time to argue. We have to look at this holistically. Look at this holistically? What does that even mean? It means I'm as lost as you are, but I still want you to think I'm the smartest one here. I'll go fetch the scroll. Hang on. Be right back. I need to talk to the others. Okay, we've reached an agreement. You're the one that needs to finish this. Really? Yes, really. You weren't really fit to be a shopkeeper anyway. I'll leave the scroll here with your clothes. Come join us after you've changed. So, we kind of messed up, apparently, although he didn't tell us the job details. So, we've changed back, and now we've got the scroll and the outfit. Let's head in here to another part of the Tower of Time. And over here, we've got this guy. What do you have to say? Hey, it's you! I really missed that time when we did the thing. The others don't want to do it anymore. Welcome to the Tower of Time. I put it back into its headquarters form after you beat the challenge. Which I had designed myself, by the way. If you want to replay it, let me know. You may have missed a few hidden things. So, you can go back into the Tower of Time if you really want to. This, ooh, you like that big portal? It's actually kind of scary. After years of research, I realized one of the items we need to recover it is in the very future we're trying to prevent. If my calculations are correct, it should take you there, but in order to activate it, I would need a relic imbued with demon magic. Well, maybe we'll see what we can find. Let's head to the left here, and we encounter the shopkeeper and the prophet. Look, all I'm saying is, he's been carrying the scroll for a long time already, and it could be dangerous. It is exactly as was foretold in the visions. A born-again messenger will master time itself to end the curse by fighting in 2 cycles simultaneously. I don't know. Warping once to go to the future was risky enough. You think he can sustain doing that constantly? Well, unless you want to carry the scroll again, I don't see what other choice we have. So yeah, they've revealed that the Blue Order used to be messengers. And it never outright says this, but the fact that the first statue we see in this Tower of Time, which is the first time we visit the shop in person, looks like the Western hero from the beginning of the game, and the shopkeeper's mentioning you were saved by a cooler than you hero at the beginning, I think Shopkeeper is the archer from the beginning of the game, the original Western hero that we see. They don't say for sure, but that's my headcanon, that's my theory. Besides, we really need to find the remaining music notes. So, you still believe the music box is important? Well, I am the prophet, right? So yes, I do believe in the prophecy. Well, if you really mean to help the messenger, try to tone down that wannabe epic tone of yours. Careful, heathen! The myths of legend are very complex, and attempts to trivialize their meaning may cause... Yeah, whatever, I'll be in my shop. So, the prophet will be your guide from now on. Good luck with that. Yeah, sure. Well, let's go ahead and talk to him. And so the messenger rises once more. I'm not sure what I should do next. The mists of time are quite intricate indeed, but fear not, for the prophet is here to unravel their meaning. More like the interpret, then. Am I right? I will forgive this affront, for these are troubled times. Behold, messenger, as the Tower of Time's portal nexus activates to help you on your quest. Return here whenever you seek guidance, and I shall provide. Godspeed. Well, let's just see what you have to say. So what should I do next? Under the shroud of night, crimson trees shelter a magic note ready to be collected. Interesting. And what's this music box? Behold the music box. Legend says that it is the very relic maintaining the curse on humanity. Well, you know what? Before I wander up there and look at any of that, I want to go back in the shop and talk to Shopkeeper. And he has nothing to chat about. Also, we're 10 shards away from buying meditation. And how many are we at this? Do we still have 7 or we have 10 total now. Nice. So, let's wander out here and look around a bit. These are portals to different areas, although some of them, as foretold by the mist, this portal shall be opened from the other side. I think you say the same thing on all of these. Yes. So, it has a couple portals that we have to find the other area, but we've got some that are open. I say, since he talked about, what was it exactly he said? You can talk to him again and get the hint again. Oh, this is a different one. Once the bird returns to the nest, it shall learn the power of true sight. So he can give you different hints of places to go, but it said something about crimson trees or something like that. So let's go here. And hey, you worked. Yeah, pretty neat. Things are probably going to get cryptic from now on with all this profit business, so you'll probably want to make extensive use of your map. My map? Your map, yes. I don't have a map. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, I don't have a map. Okay, let me get this straight. We gave you a scroll. The fate of this whole world seems to hinge on it. We gave you a hero title relating to it. You carried it for days, across countless perilous situations, even through time itself. And you never even bothered reading it? You're an animal. Turns out the scroll was actually a map. Press the touchpad to open it, time to explore, and find new areas. So, let's open the map. Guess what? This isn't a Ninja Gaiden-like game. This is a Metroidvania. Yeah, it blew my mind the first time through. But we have all these areas we've been through. They're interconnected, and you can go between them all, like, you know, as you did originally, and also to find new areas. I'll be in my shop. If you have the coin, I'd be happy to mess with the profit by pointing out the hints on your map. Be safe now. Yeah, so we're back here in Autumn Hills. Of course, though, you will notice we've got slightly different music. And let's see, what does he say with the prophecy? Once the bird returns to the nest, it shall learn the power of true sight. So, let's head back to the nest, which basically means we want to get back to our village if we can. And I absolutely love the fact that we're now in Autumn Hills where we were before. It's the same music you heard before, but it has changed. It's now a 16-bit variety. So, same song, but completely redone. Now, you recognize this spot. We've been here before. I'll get to those fireflies in a minute. But first, let's talk to the Shopkeep. So you can choose Hint now, anytime you're here, if you're having trouble understanding what the prophecy wants. Now, what did the prophet say? Once the bird returns to the nest, it shall learn the power of true sight. Can you believe this guy? For 300 time shards, I can use the scrying orb and point it on your map. No. I don't want to do this. You can do it at any point, and it will put it directly on your map. So if you're just completely lost, it can tell you where to go. Also, we've got new upgrades. Now that we've entered the Metroidvania area, these 3 upgrades have shown up, as well as 2 new ones up here and 1 big final one. So let's look at these. Time Sense adds a blue glow to rooms on the area map where you can shift between the past and future time periods. A little spoilery, but yes, you can go back and forth, as they were saying, between the 2 time periods. Power Sense adds a counter on the world map for the amount of power seals left in each area. And Focused Power Sense marks the location of all power seals on the area map. So these are the ultimate collectible, and that'll basically put them on your map for you. Now, we had this meditation, which checkpoints will restore hit points and refill key charges. These upgrades to it, extra HP, and potions now fully heal. Being one with body and soul, you're more resistant and benefit more from healing. Whereas Centered Mind, an extra key charge, shurikens pierce 2 targets. Going into the adventure with purpose and focus gives you more energy to use in combat. And finally, the ultimate one, which costs 2,000 time shards, Attack Boost. By mastering patience and focus, you can wait to passively charge your next attack, making it deal triple damage. Oh, it's amazing. I really want to build toward this, but the most important one to buy is Time Sense. It will help our map immensely. These 2 are optional for now. Next, I'm going to work on Meditation. Then we'll get Centered Mind and Rejuvenate Spirit. And then finally, Demon's Bane. It's going to take a while to get those, but I plan to in time. I think I'm good as far as that goes. Now, an interesting thing, anytime you go into the shop, you can go left to go directly back to the hub in the Tower of Time. I don't want to do that right now, though, because I want to still stay where I am here. And you can see glowy spots there. So we'll want to investigate that as we get closer. But you can see these. They turn us back into the 8-bit, back in the past. These little fireflies will basically be temporary portals back to the past. And I love the music change is instantly when you pass through. The seamless transition of the music is amazing. One of the absolute coolest things about this game. And you'll notice all this looks very familiar, and yet a few key differences here and there. So you want to be very cautious as you go through, because you can very easily get tripped up by how the scenery's changed. For example, here, we could just pass right through this before we had to travel underneath. Whoops, so there's actually no need to go down here if you don't want to. I'm going to do this just to grab... Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go through. Because I just want to see how it's changed. And there's that, you know, dash move. Sadly, I can't dash downward. And here, this is kind of interesting. A big time shard hiding out. So now that we've enabled the backtracking and the Metroidvania aspect, there's all sorts of new things we can find, stuff in the older areas we couldn't get to. For example, now that we've got the wingsuit and we've got the rope dart, we're going to have a lot to find. But for now, I'm going to focus on the prophecy and send us back to the nest. Because what they say, once the bird returns to the nest. And hey, speaking of birds, got some new enemies here too. Now here, yeah, keep an eye out because we're going to see... Whew, that was cutting a little close. In just a second here, we'll have... There it is. That's a time wall. I mean, that's just the term I give it. You'll notice this whole area is glowing blue. That means somewhere in here is something that can switch between past and present. And sure enough, we're now back in the past. And if you transform, you cannot pass through this without changing the time. So you have to take that into consideration if you want to be a certain time in a certain area. So here, notice we've got a pathway down. Let's go ahead and investigate it, shall we? I love when stuff like this happens. And now I don't think you say anything new here. Yeah, for the most part, chat is not going to light up unless we find a completely brand new area. But you can get the hints whenever you want if you really do want to. I don't think I'm ever going to buy any of the hints. We're going to hold off on that. There's no real reason to break all of these, but you know what? I'm doing it. Oh, health refill, which I didn't need. Well, that was silly. Whew, drops us down. Now these, much like the time walls, will transform you between the past and the present. But you can wait a moment and go through them again. It's not just a one-way. Now as we go through here, you know what? Kill you. We could go to the right, but if we do, it blocks us off. So what we need to do is change it earlier. Go through here. Seriously, the music jumping back and forth. I love it. Now let's see. Go through up here. First I want to grab this because it's a walled off area. And if you try to go up through here, it's still blocked off and nothing you can do. What you have to do is actually jump up over and drop down. Simple as that. And here, I'm pretty sure if I try to go this way, yep, it blocks you off again. So again, it's all about manipulating exactly when you travel between the past and the future. And we can pass through. Now here. I'm pretty sure, yes, when you pass through that, it makes the platform disappear under you. So be ready. There we go. We're doing it. We are making it through. And I can't get to those at the moment, but what I can do is drop down on them and then get back up. Simple. Now this is kind of a cool little room. First I want to clear out these enemies. Oh right, can't kill you in one hit. And you'll notice there's the hook, which is going to transport us through, but it's a wall. So what do we need to do? Do it a second time, and you make it across. Yeah, you will get... As you play through this game, you will have to learn to combine your maneuvers very often. Wingsuit into jump and such not. Oh! Hey, that very first hint we got, which he didn't give us again, referred to a note waiting under the crimson leaves. Let's grab it. You got the Key of Hope. Materialized from repeating intentions of countless villagers wishing their messengers well over past cycles, it is one of the notes needed to create a melody that will break the curse. Also, an interesting note... oh, no, not here. Is it not? Ah, okay. Yeah, if you press L1, you'll actually open up your inventory. Because you'll now see we've got a lot of items, but there's a lot more we can still get. And several music notes to find. All the abilities we have, Cloud Step we start with, Currents Master, Aerobatics Warrior. It's actually kind of interesting. I didn't show, but when you play earlier, if you pressed L1, you could pull up a similar menu, but a much simpler one. Now that we're in the Metroidvania, there's a lot more to find. So this game seriously opened up. We found that music note, and you know what? No, let's leave that off here. This is the perfect place to leave it. We found our first music note, which is the steps toward breaking the curse. We need to venture further onwards, going through Autumn Hills, and eventually back to our ninja village. Maybe something awaits us there, according to the prophecy. Something about the power of true sight. But you're going to have to wait till next time to find out what's waiting for us there. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time.